That's right. Sango could summon lightning stones from the sky and unleash them like weapons. Imagine that. Everyone else is fighting with spears, and Sango is out here dropping literal thunder. You can see why people started talking. So eventually he becomes Alaafin, the king of Oyo. And for a while things are epic. The empire grows, the people fear him, but they also re-listen. If you've ever wondered how one man went from being a fiery king to the literal god of thunder, you're about to love this story. Because Sango didn't just earn thunder, he became it. And trust me, the way it happened is wild. So picture this, ancient Oyo Empire, sun blazing, drums thundering, and at the heart of it all is Sango, a man who walked like he owned the earth and talked like lightning was hiding in his throat. He wasn't your average ruler, nope. Sango was bold, powerful, dramatic. Bro was basically the original go big or go home. Now before he ever touched the throne, Sango was already famous for having some, let's call them unusual talents. This guy had a secret technique, a power, a kind of magic he learned from traveling to distant lands. Some say he learned it from a powerful priest. Others say he bargained with spirits. But whatever it was, Sango mastered something called Edun Ara, the stones of thunder. Spect him. And Sango, he's loving the spotlight. But the thing about raw power is, if you don't balance it with wisdom, it can swallow you whole. And Sango's fire, it was getting out of control. One day, during a heated moment, Sango called down lightning, and the thunder didn't land where he intended. Instead, it struck his own people, his own warriors, even his palace. Boom, gone. Just like that. The whole kingdom froze. Because how do you follow a king who accidentally sets half the place on fire with heavenly weapons? The anger grew, the whispers grew louder, and suddenly the man who was once unstoppable felt cornered. Sango, proud, fierce Sango, left the palace. He walked away from the city he ruled. Some say he was ashamed. Some say he wanted to regain control of his powers. But everyone knew something heavy was coming. He traveled to a place called Koso, a rocky region, quiet, isolated. And there, overwhelmed by what he had done, Sango made a dramatic decision, the kind only a man like Sango would make. He ended his time as a human king. Now here's where things get really interesting, because death wasn't the end of Sango's story, not even close. While the people of Oyo were mourning, confused, unsure who would lead them, something strange began to happen. Thunder started rumbling more often. Lightning cracked louder than before, and whenever storms rolled across the sky, people swore they could hear Sango's voice inside the clouds, not in fear, in power. Soon the priest began to spread the word, Sango is not dead, Sango has risen, Sango now rules the heavens. Imagine hearing that. Your former king, reborn as the spirit who commands thunder, lightning, and fire. The people believed it, and honestly, with the way lightning was tearing through the sky, who could argue? Before long, shrines were built, drums were played, dancers moved in fiery rhythms. Devotees carried red and white cloth, the colors of lightning dancing against the clouds. And the world declared Sango the Orisha of Thunder, the one who strikes injustice, the spirit of raw energy, passion, and power. And here's the lesson woven into all this. Sango wasn't perfect. Far from it. He was flawed, emotional, explosive. But greatness doesn't always come from perfection. Sometimes it comes from embracing your power, owning your mistakes, and transforming into something bigger than your failures. Sango's story is about fire, but also about evolution, about strength, but also about consequence, about a man who lost control and then became the master of the storm. So the next time thunder cracks across the sky and that deep rumble shakes the ground under your feet, just know, some people believe Sango is reminding the world that he's still here, still watching, still powerful, and that is how Sango became the god of thunder. If you enjoyed this story and want more ancient African tales told just like this, you already know what to do. Stick around. More legends are coming.